Okay, so hi everyone, and anyone who's actually watching these videos, because yeah, lots of videos already, but, well, I didn't really expect anyone to watch them anyhow. But if you have been watching, today is a basic video, well, not basic, but I'll be talking about things I like and do like, um, or pardon me, things I like and don't like. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off the subject with some food. Well, food topic wise. Fruits and vegetables, for the most part, I'm non-picky about my fruits and vegetables. Blood oranges and grapefruit are among some of the fruit I don't like, but I pretty much have tried a lot of other fruit. This includes European plums, dragon fruit, passion fruit, pomegranate, mango being one of my favorite fruits to eat. I mean, I really love my mango. I usually don't spend time on getting it in unless because I'm not the type to want to peel my mango. So I usually don't get it in any other form other than already peeled. But I do love my mango. Vegetable wise, okra is among some of the vegetables I won't eat. Um, I have to have kale in more of a liquid form and diluted. I usually dilute such a juice drink type deal. I usually dilute it with a little bit with some apple juice to help it out. That way, I'm not getting the watered down version, but a sweet version, a sweetened version type deal that associates my palate with a positive reaction to the to whatever's too strong otherwise. Um, my my tongue and palate, my taste buds basically are sensitive to flavor and taste. And I do mean real sensitive to flavor and taste. It's to the point that usually I can tell the difference between turkey and chicken noodle soup. Most people can't tell the difference between those two. Yet I'm actually able to and have been able to since I was a child. To me, turkey and chicken, no matter how similar you cook and bake them, no matter how similar the cooking and baking method of them is, they will taste different to me. So yeah, turkey and bacon, or pardon me, turkey and chicken will taste different to me. So yeah, turkey and chicken, I can't tell the difference. I do have a preference for turkey over chicken though. But spinach, broccoli, peas, um, let's see, tomatoes. I know those are more of a fruit than a vegetable, but I have mine in salads. Cucumbers. I really do like my cucumbers. My older siblings are a little different. Because things like I like Brussels sprouts, but none of my siblings like Brussels sprouts. Period. None of them. A lot of people like their Brussels sprouts. I've noticed with mayo. I prefer mine with just plain buttered and steamed. So yeah, butter steamed. That's how I like my Brussels sprouts type deal. I don't know why. I just like it that way. It just tastes tastier to me that way. So I'm probably gonna have some Brussels sprouts after this video then. Um, but yeah, for the most part, non-picky. I like my corn on the sweet side usually, but I will eat it normal. Carrots I will have raw or cooked. So yum on carrots. I know this is a starch, but potatoes. I will eat my potatoes. I love them mashed, especially homemade mashed potatoes. I grew up on those because those are one of the things my mom refuses to do box situation on. I do like the creamier box version as it's easier to just not have to chew. But I do like homemade style too, especially because what you can do, you can mix it to your desired taste at that point. But so yeah, so I'm not actually very picky about my fruits and vegetables when you consider, okra and beets are pretty much the only vegetables I've tried at this point where I didn't like them. Fruit-wise, though, as I said, I have a wide palate for fruit. I have a wide palate for vegetables. I am picky about a lot of other foods, such as I prefer turkey over chicken. And beef, I will have beef in various forms. I will have lamb. Yeah, I've eaten lamb before. I've had venison jerky and venison sausage. Both are delicious. I'm particular about how my duck is cooked. Yeah, I've actually eaten duck before. I've had it at a restaurant once and it was absolutely delicious. I mean, I wolfed that stuff down. Delicious type deal. But the way my mom cooked it, it tasted exactly like chicken, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. It tasted so much like chicken, I lost my appetite for the duck on that factor. But yeah, so I've had some experience with different types of meat outside of the normal, ham, beef, chicken, turkey, that a lot of people, not everyone, all kinds of countries have it differently, but yeah, I've grown up on a lot of that type of meat, so I have explored a little otherwise, but not highly. Um, I do like my tomato for the most part, but I don't like, I actually really do not like canned or jarred tomato sauce. I like mine more home style or slow cooked, or, you take the time to actually cook it type deal. I don't like it straight out of the jar, heat it up, and call it good. Um, So for me, spaghetti is kind of one of those things that I actually don't like too much. So I also foods like pizza. I do like a variety of pizzas, including veggie pizzas and let's see. So we've got veggie pizzas. We've got Hawaiian style. I grew up on that one. So pineapple and Canadian bacon or ham. I do like mine with beef, but I will pretty much not have it with them. Basically, we're talking beef, ham, chicken. Those are pretty much the only meats I will have on a pizza. Um, Most of the time it's because the other meats are too spicy and too hot, and I just really can't stand those flavors and taste. They're just too much for me. So since they're palate and tongue there type deal plain in, um, and I do mean sensitive to flavor and taste, so I don't handle hot heat very well. That's why my guacamole is made with twice the amount of avocado than usually told by directions to make. I do mine with a pre-mixed pack type deal, but I do squash the where you add the mix to the actual avocados themselves, and that's how I have my guacamole. That's how I make my guacamole. I will sometimes make homemade chips, but I often mix my guacamole into things like scrambled eggs or on top of a quesadilla and things like that. So I do have a wide range of foods that I really do like, but there are foods I don't like. So to me, heat and spice often go hand in hand flavor wise, and I really actually don't like the hot heat in my mouth. Sensitivity in the mouth actually makes it really difficult for me to handle it. It's not that I can't eat it. I've had as high as habanero sauce in my mouth before, but my body does react every time. I mean, I go red. I mean, I go red to the point you might think I was sick if you didn't know otherwise, type red. I do, however, like, um, I do like spicy without the heat. So I will have slightly spicy foods. So, yeah, things like guacamole, obviously, but salsa as well. If there's no heat to it or very minimal heat to it, I will eat salsa. I like my salsa. So I will have it that way. I will add spices to all kinds of dishes that I cook and everything. I even add it to chicken noodle soup when I'm making homemade, and when I'm making, well, semi-homemade. I use bouillon cubes, that kind of cheat type deal on the broth factor. Um, but yeah, food-wise, I'm picky in a lot of ways. There are things I don't like, things I won't eat. The rest of my siblings love spaghetti. I don't. Pretty much the mass majority of my immediate family actually likes sushi. I can't stand kelp. I literally cannot stand kelp seaweed. Or seaweed, actually. It's seaweed, not kelp, but seaweed. I can't stand seaweed. so much. I do like sushi when it's soy wrapped though, particularly avocadoed sushi soy wrapped versions. Um, so yeah, that's likes dislikes. Uh, I like sleeping. I like going to bed late. I like sleeping in late during the day. I do not like being woken up at all from loud noises or by my cell phone for a phone call that isn't important. That doesn't matter. In other words, it's not an emergency. It's nothing important, really. It can be taken care of later. It's not for work. So yeah, I have grown up. I have had my years where I was dealing with a younger brother of mine, and there were plenty of times that he would go, pound, 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 wake up, Kayla. Yeah, he would go, pound, 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 wake up on my doors, and frankly put, I was always annoyed by that. I really hated it when anyone pounded on my door and woke me up that way because, first of all, that's a very rude way to wake someone up. I don't care how mad you are. I don't care how mad you are. If it isn't extremely important, wait for the person to wake up. Do not wake them up that way because at that point, if they're bitchy at you and everything, it's because you woke them up and disturbed them in such an extremely rude way. So I don't like being woken up for stupidity reasons. I like waking up naturally on my own. No alarm clock, no anything else. I have to say one of the funnier things is actually having my cat decide I needed to get up. She rarely ever does this. Usually she decides that I just need to pet her, and once that's over and done with, she'll leave me alone. But, yeah, I have had my cat more recently basically bug me on time to get up, time to get up. Kind of weird because she's never done it before. Or, actually, no, she's probably done it a few times before, but not usually. So, yeah, interesting cat, right? I do like cats. I don't have anything against dogs, except our dog Coda currently. He, decided to go pay a visit to my cat, and she hates dogs. I mean, she hates them. She really does. She's really scared because he is a big dog and she is a tiny cat. And so, I had to go rescue my kitty from the dog. He also wasn't behaving very well because he went into my bedroom when he wasn't supposed to be in there. But yeah, but yeah, basically, I generally don't have anything against dogs, cats. I'm not I'm not really a reptilian type person. I'm not really into snakes or lizards or things like that. I don't have anything against people who own those pets. Honestly, you own them. You're a great pet owner and everything. Congratulations type deal. Thank you for being so kind to the environment on animals. Well, thank you for being nice to your pets and everything. They do make great pets at times, really great pets. But, I have my thing. I do have a bug phobia, so I particularly am not very fond of most bugs, arachnids, insects, so on and so forth with the list. A lot of times what I'm more afraid of with them are the ones I actually know something about. So in this case, knowledge is fear when it comes to those kinds of little creatures and creatures and crawlies. Knowledge becomes fear. Trust me, if I don't know, I'm a little braver about them. But when I do know, you can tell because I'm going to be more afraid of them. So, or I might not be afraid of them at all. But yeah, that's how things sometimes go. So. I don't like people making a huge mess somewhere when I just cleaned or stepping into a floor that I just mopped. I've had this happen so many times over the years and everything. A lot of times this was because I was working in retail and part of my job was actually cleaning the restrooms or taking out the trash. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty, people. I really am not. But I don't like it when people are extremely impatient. When I'm feeling impatient, antsy, and everything, I try not to take it out on anyone. I may show signs and symptoms of it type deal, but I try to show patience enough not to affect other people. I just find it one of those things where if you show it and become it, people really don't take to it. But if you show it yet you're trying not to be rude or disrespectful to anyone. If you show it, but that's what you're trying to be, is not disrespectful or rude to anyone, people are more understanding. So yeah, lots of likes and dislikes. I like going for walks. I like to read. I like to write. My spelling grammar is absolutely atrocious, but I do like to write. I actually do enjoy writing. I enjoy doing puzzles. So a lot of people like word puzzles or search find puzzles or crossword puzzles. I like Sudoku. Runs in the family. My mom does too. Um, so. But yeah, for the most part, I like to spend a lot of time at home when I'm not working, watching videos or reading or just doing something type deal. I do like to bake. I prefer baking over cooking, but I do like to bake and cook in general. So, but yeah, everyone has their likes and dislikes. Anyways, well, that's going to be it for right now. I might do another video on my likes and dislikes if anyone ever comments down below. You can go ahead and comment down below on your favorite likes, dislikes, maybe something you found funny about this video. I don't know. I particularly don't think anything on this video was funny, but maybe it is. Go ahead. You can also answer past questions or past comments on anything, stories you might want to share. You don't have to, of course, but if you got something good and you want to share it and you want to put it out there, I will more than happily read your comments. Anyways, bye for now. I hope you all have a great day, and, well, see you around.